behind-the-scenes series contain foul languages, so this is not a show for kids. Alright guys, welcome to the first behind-the-scenes episode of Andy Virtual. This show is sort of more of a longer, more raw version of the actual show. Oh, by the way, if you haven't watched the show, I'll give you the link on the description below.
A few moments later.
So the reason I want to do this behind-the-scenes show is several things. One, I've been watching a lot of Gary Vee show on the internet, and repurposing content is a very smart thing. Two is actually the more important thing for me, which is sort of providing an outlet. Since you all don't know who I am yet, I'm actually severely depressed. I am a 3D artist with 15 years of work experience now. I was extremely passionate when I started working as a 3D artist. So for the past 15 years, I didn't play any games. I barely watched any TV. If I were to go to movies, I would watch only like computer graphics, heavy special effects movie or 3D animated movies. I could actually binge watch video tutorials. So in terms of career as a 3D artist, I guess I'm doing okay. After graduated, I worked for one of the best TV commercial company in my home country. In China, I worked for the biggest Australian architectural firm, building hotels, museums, to a small American company doing TV commercial as creative director. Quit the job, went back to an art school in China, learning traditional drawing and more 3D. Until now, for the past 6 years, I'm working as a game artist for the biggest internet company in China, shipping back-to-back #1 downloaded game in App Store and Android Google Play Store. But I'm just not winning. I mean, in terms of financial, I'm just living paycheck to paycheck. I'm not in debt or anything, and I don't have student debt, but I don't own a car, I don't have a house. I'm actually living very frugal. The worst part of being a 3D artist is the work hour. It's brutal, man. Pretty much every project is rushed, even though these are some of the biggest companies. For example, the current company that I'm working for, mandatory work hour is 10 in the morning to 10 in the evening. That's 12 hours mandatory, with overtime on a good day is 14 to 16 hours of work hour per day, 6 days a week, with only Sunday off. And on Sundays, I take care of my daughter, because my wife says she needs a day rest from the 6 days of the week that she's taking care of our kids. So yeah, not that I don't enjoy hanging out with my toddler daughter on Sundays, but I'm just fucking tired, man. My full-time job is at the point of actually ruining our family right now, and I can't quit that job because I'm the only sole breadwinner in our house. So yeah, I gotta find a way to get out of the rat race. And it's not that I totally surrender with my circumstances. I actually tried a lot of things. None of them just worked out yet. For example, I tried this AR thing since back in 2009. I did a VR demo all by myself 3 years before this biggest internet company even tried to make VR project. I knew because I was in one of the earliest team making VR for this company. I did that all by myself 3 years before. I made YouTube video tutorials about technical 3D stuff 6 years ago. I actually enjoyed very much of it, and I did it for free. I just didn't believe in it back then. And a lot of other little things outside my own career, like opening up a Shopify store, FBA, Amazon FBA, me and my wife running a homemade cake shop, like a at home, inspired by Instagram. We opened a little preschool where the teachers were all expats, so we can try to get the Chinese parents send their children to our preschool. So yeah, none of them ever worked out yet. So that's why later on this video you're gonna see some phones that I smashed during fights with my wife. So yeah, back to trying this whole YouTube thing once more. I guess after watching Gary Vee, reading 3 of his books now, I'm definitely more knowledgeable than I was a couple years ago. And I'll definitely share my journey with you guys. I'll share my tools. I'll do giveaways for the things that YouTube starters use, including myself. So yeah, I apologize if the quality is not as good as I wanted it to be, but it definitely get better as the show goes on. For example, I already bought proper soft boxes, lighting kits for shooting the product, as well as unwrapping episodes for the show, and those will be giveaways. I've ordered tripods too. This lack of tripod in this episode is killing me, man. I'll be getting a proper mic too, and I'll definitely do a unwrapped episode and giveaway episode for all the tools that I mentioned, and a lot more to come. As for now, the lack of tools is not gonna stop me, and it shouldn't stop you guys either from making your own stuff. Actually broke my computer screen, and I'm using this app called Splashtop. I'm going to talk about it in my next episodes, and this is kind of like a remote screen. It's pretty cool. The broken laptop screen that I actually punched when I was fighting with my wife. Have a look at these older phones that I smashed. Yeah, man. 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 a.m. Still grinding. It's been like this for a lot of years. I've been awake from 7 in the morning, and I have to have a job tomorrow, so I just finished a rough edit, a very rough. It's 6:30 in the morning right now. I gotta go to work in about 2 hours, and I haven't been sleeping for almost 24 hours. Welcome to my life. Right, guys, so that's pretty much it. I've thought hard what is it to give away to you guys for this episode. All the YouTube starter tools that I mentioned earlier, I definitely will give those away on the videos. So how about on this first behind the scene episode, I'll give you guys the cash instead. Same rules. Hit like, comment, subscribe, and share so that multiple winners can get their cash. 50,000 views for $50. Because right now I can't think of a product I can give you. I'm super sleep deprived. Alright, so there it is. You have it. First behind the scene videos. I had a lot of fun making it. I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll see you in the next episode of Andy Virtual. Bye.